Oh my god, today's the day! It's finally arrived after waiting months. I can't wait. Oh yeah, Friday the 13th, baby. What is up, everybody? Happy Friday the 13th. The time has come again. Every Friday the 13th, I like to take the time out of my day to just either binge Friday the 13th, watch reviews or lore videos and stuff like that. But I just love Friday the 13th because it's like Halloween part 2. I get to spend the day watching spooky stuff and eating popcorn and watching movies all day, even though I basically do that every day. But it's like another holiday that I honestly believe should be recognized. Summertime Friday the 13th, because that's when the movies take place. And summertime Friday the 13th. And today is a special day because I actually accumulated some Friday the 13th memorabilia, DVDs, Blu-rays, merchandise. I got a bunch of stuff. So today's video, I'm basically going to celebrate the Friday the 13th franchise, the movie franchise, and talk about every item I have in my collection. Starting off with just generic merchandising. Here I have this Friday the 13th cup that I got from Spirit Halloween. It was like $6, but it was worth it because I drink out of this like every other day. So boom, Friday the 13th, I absolutely love this. And then I have this here steel poster that I usually hang up on my door, and I also usually use this for my video background. So if you see some of my 4K Blu-ray reviews, you'll see this peeping around the back. I just absolutely love this. It's embossed. Not this, but just the Friday the 13th itself is embossed. And it looks great. It looks absolutely nice. The colors are very vibrant. There's a lot of detail behind this. I absolutely love this steel poster. And look at that. Listen to that. Doesn't that sound satisfying? So yeah, I got the steel poster. Very nice. Got it Halloween. Again, at Spirit Halloween. So that was a amazing pickup. And then something less amazing, but I got it just because it said Friday the 13th on it, are these Friday the 13th trading cards. They're not really trading cards, they're just poker cards with Friday the 13th artwork on it. Unfortunately, here's what the back looks like, but unfortunately a lot of the artwork on it is from the the New Line Cinema era of the Friday the 13th movies. So you're going to see a lot of Friday the 13th Part 9 and Part 10. There are some other, from like 7 and 3 and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just like Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. And which one is this one from? Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. All those other stuff. But yeah, it's cool to hang around, flip through them when I'm bored. But it's just, it's from the later New Line Cinema. There is some of them, but just not enough for my taste. Like, see here's from Friday Part 2, one of my favorite Fridays. And even though I didn't like this movie, this image of Jason getting dragged down by the hell demons is a very, very nice image. But then some of them are pretty bad. Like, there's this like out of focused, over contrasted, over saturated image that's blurred out of Jason Voorhees. This is very weird. From Jason Lives. And here's one from Jason Goes to Hell. It's just him. It's very funny. Oh my lord. And this one is a ball. I'm not going to take you through the entire deck, but that's basically what I have. So yeah, if you ever want to play poker, strip poker, or, because they did play poker in the Friday the 13th movies, you can, and you can play it in the spooky mood. I believe this also came in other horror franchises too. I saw this standing next to the Nightmare on Elm Street one, so that was pretty cool. And then also, because I am a Friday the 13th fan, I have this shirt. I have another shirt of Friday the 13th Part 2. It's downstairs, or Friday the 13th Part 3 of the shower scene. But yeah, now let's get into the actual meat and potatoes, and that is the movies. I have movies. Actually, that's not the meat and potatoes. This is the appetizer. These are the appetizers. Okay, starting off with the movies, we're getting into the DVD first. I have one DVD of it, and that is Friday the 13th 1 Uncut and Friday the 13th Part 2. One of the first DVDs I bought when I started collecting in 2013 when I was a kid. And Yeah, I mean, I just had to. When you're collecting any sort of physical media, you gotta get your horror movies in your favorite. Can we please get 4Ks, Blu-rays of the Friday the 13th series? Because I know there's 4K transfers of them somewhere, because the first four got 4K transfers. So could we please get actual, ported onto an actual 4K disc with HDR, please? Because I want to see some Tom Savini artwork, or CG, not CGI, but Tom Savini special effects, practical effects in HDR with all that goodness. But yeah, it comes in a 2-pack, silver, gold, gray disc artwork, and boom, I just absolutely love these. I watched them to death. When I first discovered this, I didn't even know that there was an uncut version. So to my bewilderment, I was very pleased, and yeah, it holds up. Yeah, so boom, it comes with a bunch of special features too, and yeah, so Friday the 13th, 1 uncut and part 2. Now I have part 1 uncut somewhere. It's just my collection's been a mess so far because I've been selling off some stuff. But I had 1 uncut on Blu-ray, and then I also had Friday the 13th part 2 when I first started collecting Blu-rays. Got this at the movie vendor, Dixie Records, and I just had to own it. When you upgrade, you got to get the Friday the 13th movies. And so I had to just pick up Friday the 13th Part 2, one of my favorite Fridays, in HD. You just gotta. And then I was like, you know what, screw it. Because I wanted to collect the individual releases until I realized that they only released from Part 1 to Part 4. So I was kind of bummed out. So I thought, you know what, it was on sale for like $25. So I decided to pick up the 8 film collection on Amazon for like $25. A great deal for 8 movies. So that's pretty good. It's just the Paramount films, all the Paramount, because I believe they still own the home video rights. They can't make a new Friday the 13th movie, but they can still release home video, which is weird, I guess. But yeah, all rated R except for Part 1 uncut for some reason. I don't know why. If you see that, let me show you. So all rated R, except for this, which is 18, which is very weird. I don't know. But it comes with all of the Blu-rays. And it's absolutely amazing. The only thing I don't like is that it starts off 1 uncut, part 2, and then they have part 3, 3D, final chapter, and then they just started adding part 5, New Beginning, and then part 6, Jason Lives, on 1 disc, and then they have New Blood and Takes Manhattan on 1 disc as well. So yeah, the Friday the 13th collection, I didn't get the newer one, the one with the red case, because I was like, if I want to upgrade the 4K version, I'd rather just get it when it actually comes out on 4K instead of spending like $60. So boom. And then, would you count this as a Friday the 13th film? There's still Jason in it, and that is Freddy versus Jason, a very overly hated film. This is the first movie that I saw with Jason and Freddy. Back in the day, 2007, 2008, 2007, when YouTube allowed you to have a wallpaper, like a background as your channel art. This was the artwork, and it's very funny. I don't have the images of it, but if you go to the community tab on my old channel, I'll say 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you and all that stuff. Very funny stuff. But yeah, Freddy versus Jason. I recently got this on Blu-ray a few months ago. Even the killer has something to fear. So, and I haven't seen this on Blu-ray, so I don't know how it looks, but I saw it recently on Amazon Prime, like the showcase thing or something, like when you buy a subscription for a channel. I saw it then, and honestly, it holds up. It's not as bad as people put out there, and the soundtrack is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. It came out when I was like 4 years old, but that music of that time, the new metal, all that stuff, I love new metal, and I love alt metal, I love metalcore and all that stuff. There's a bunch of really great bands, El Nino, Killswitch Engage, just bangers, just a bunch of bangers on the soundtrack. And I just love this movie. And yeah, honestly, it still holds up. It's overly hated. A lot of people shit on it, but there's some great kills. It's not overly raunchy and blah, blah, blah. Only thing I don't like about that is when one of the Destiny Child's stars are in there, and then Freddy Krueger's like,
how sweet, dark,
And then like, oh, such a cringe line. But besides that, I mean, everyone has a decent performance. Even the main star, who's from Monica Keena. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the performances are okay. The kills are okay. I wish there was a bit more Freddy versus Jason and Freddy versus Jason. But overall, it's a good film. It's very cheesy. It's very fun. And I just absolutely adore this film. You know, a very nostalgic feeling when it comes to this movie. So those were the movies. But my creme de la creme is NECA action figures. And starting off, I have this one of Pamela Voorhees, zombie Pamela Voorhees, and it is this. It looks absolutely amazing. Let's spin around and take a closer look. So here's the first one, and that is the NECA Retro Cloth Zombie Pamela Voorhees. This is from part 3, when the final girl is, you know, she got away from Jason, she's in the canoe, and then all of a sudden, recreating from the first movie, you got zombie Pamela. Instead of zombie Jason, it's zombie Pamela coming out to strike vengeance upon thee. And it's really well detailed. You have retro cloth, so soft, good stuff. So basically actual, it's not plastic, it's an actual sweater type material, actual hair, and just the detail on the face is absolutely amazing. I love this figure. And yeah, look at the detail on the pants and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a must-have for your diorama. I mean, I know they made an actual Pamela Voorhees that looks like Pamela Voorhees, like when she's not zombified, but that's very old and very rare and very expensive. So that's the first one out of the bunch. Okay, now getting into the actual NECA boxes. Starting off with is, in chronological order, we got Friday the 13th Part 3 3D. Now, I didn't get Part 2 because that's been really hard to come by here in Canada, and I didn't want to spend that much money on it, and it's just been hard. And even though I love Sack Jason, I don't know if I want to spend $70 on a Sackhead Jason. But hopefully if I come by, I'll 100% pick it up. But starting off with, we have Friday the 13th Part 3 the NECA figure. I absolutely love NECA figures. And this has been my dream ever since I was a little kid. Seeing those inferior horror figures with the barely any articulation and all that stuff. So NECA really answered my dreams with the ultimate figures. I think these started coming out in like 2015, I believe. But here's the side of the box, front of the box. I'm not going to do a whole review of it. I just want to show you what each box comes with. And, you know, I just love these figures because you can display them as the figures, or you can display them in these absolutely beautiful set pieces of a box. Like, the box itself is absolutely mint. Like, look at this lenticular front cover. It's absolutely amazing when you open the box. No spoilers, but here is the figure portrayed as, because it comes with a back set, so this is the set and fully posed. Now let's get into it and take a look at the actual figure itself. So usually the sets come out as a piece of paper, but this is just the normal thing. And as you see, it's actually, I was expecting this set, but it's not. It's like Crystal Lake Boardwalk, and that looks pretty cool. It goes around separately. It looks really nice. Oh, I also forgot to mention my collection. I also have this Camp Crystal Lake keychain accessory, so that's pretty cool. It keeps popping off because of this. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this figure, the actual Jason figure itself, let's take a look at the accessories that come with this. Starting off with this Pitchfork, absolutely amazing. Detail always on point by NECA. I think this comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accessories. It comes here with a bloody knife. You know, not used very often, but a nice little touch with blood on it. Then it comes with a wrench, which is very nicely detailed and all that jazz. Sorry about my hands, I just had a protein bar. And then you have the axe. It also has blood stain on there, very nice. Wood grain as well on the handles. Then you got the fire poker. And you have to, every Jason figure has to come with at least a machete with no wood grain on the handle, but it has a nice sheen to it with a metallic coat. And then obviously the iconic scene where he shoots the girl's eye out. It looks absolutely amazing. You can hold all these in Jason's hand. It looks absolutely amazing. Now let's get to the actual figure itself, and boom, there is Jason Voorhees. Great looking figure, blood stains all over the place. Now they did release these earlier as a original form, but with these new releases come with a bendable legs. The other one didn't have bendable legs; they were just stationed, and the only thing you can move were the hands. And this is a re-release of that re-release, with better detail and better paint jobs. A couple years ago, they re-released part 3 and 4, and this was from that re-release section. The only thing I don't like is that this comes mid-distressed and like mid-battle worn and mid not battle worn. Because see, this mask is very nicely detailed, and it also comes off. So there's Jason in all his brutality, but if you see his neck, that's when he gets like chopped in the head, right? But this is pre-chopped in the head because it actually comes with a separate head. These are very hard to take out without me trying to ruin the packaging and the figure itself. But yeah, it comes with this separate head, which is more form-fitting. Let me actually remove this head real quick. Oh, geez. Plop this on. And that makes more sense, right? Because you can take it off the mask, and he's, oh, look at that. He's all bloody and gushy, and ooh, look at that cauliflower ear. If you guys didn't know, fun fact is that Jason is actually a collegiate wrestler. That's why he has the cauliflower ear. Little known facts. But let me see if it actually, because that's, please tell me it actually fits in here. No, I wish it could fit. Maybe I mean, it goes inside. It doesn't stay. I think it does stay, but I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. But yeah, it's mostly a battle worn Jason for the part 3, because I know they released 2 of these when it originally came out, which is the normal Jason and the battle worn Jason. This is somewhere in between, not as bloody. Here you got the knife that was stabbed through here. No hole here, but at least you get the blood mark. But yeah, same when it comes to articulation. I'm not gonna go into fully things, but you do have, a peg here, not a peg, but a ball joint. Go up and down, rotate. Same with the elbows. Same with the wrist joints. Same with the head is on a peg. So you can go up and down, side to side, and all the way around. Going down to the knees, you can do the splits, but this does have that diaper effect, so you don't want to be going back too much. You can do the splits, you can go forward, backwards. Same with the knees, it's a ball joint, so you can move them around. It's not double jointed. I love me some double joints, but I guess, honestly, you're going to do any like super-tastic Spider-Man poses? No, not really. And then going down, it's just the rotation in the ankle. Very limited because of the pants, the way it's designed, and you can barely go like that. That's all I'm going to talk about when it comes to articulation, because I'm going to be here forever. But yeah, so that was the part 3 Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, part 3 3D. Great accessories, great detail. Now let's talk about part 4, because that is next in my collection. Alright, so we talked about the part 3 NECA figure. Now let's get into the part 4 NECA figure. One of my favorite NECA figures. My checklist of my 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 figure. Because start off, look at that artwork. It's literally my shirt that I showed you in the beginning of the video. Final Chapter, one of my favorite movies. Same theme when it comes to Jason on the side with the logo. More product shots, and the front here is the product shot they chose. Very nice, very nice. Now let's open it up and take a look at the accessories. Now this is a figure that has the pull-out slip, and let's take it out real quick. And it is another, I don't know what, okay, 2 out of 2. Rainy terrain with Camp Crystal Lake in the background. Why is it always raining? I don't even remember it raining that much in the series. Why is every picture of this raining? But anyways, let's look at the accessories. I also forgot to mention that both of these figures come with separate hands. So if you want to, hold a wider a weapon that requires a wider grip, you can change that as well. Okay, now let's take a look at the accessories. A lot of these accessories are blood stained. But let's get to the granddaddy of them all. I think this is one of my favorite accessories from the movies, and that is the Pamela Voorhees Headstone. Pamela Voorhees, 1930 to 1979, at rest. Now these they did make a few of them with their headstone, but this is one of my favorite ones. Pamela Voorhees, 1939, has a nice little cobblestone type texture to it. Even when you feel it, like they included that little detail where you can actually feel it's not just painting, but it's the actual like sculpt itself that has those indentations and, you know, marbling and stuff like that. So boom, Pamela Voorhees headstone, great. I usually display this with the zombie Pamela. Now let's get into a very iconic accessory. Hey Donnie, where's a corkscrew? Crispin Glover's character gets stabbed, bam, right in the middle of the hand, and then right there, the meat cleaver to the face. So 2 accessories for Crispin Glover's character, absolutely brutal, and it comes with a very nice coat of paint, and you can see they add the sheen to it where it feels like it's not just like red paint over a certain another type of paint. This feels like a thick coating, like a different layer to it, which is a very nice given. And there's also that wood grain to the handle, which is a very nice little touch. I absolutely love NECA figures for that. Like, look at that detail. There's even bubbles and stuff because it's blood, right? So boom. And then you got Crispin Glover's friend when he gets right across the neck. Absolutely amazing while he's watching some comedy show, stoned out of his gall. But again, this is also blood stained. Then you got a kitchen knife that is also blood stained. And there's a little more details to this here with blood spackles. Spackles, is that what it's called? And then you have to have the iconic. And what's cool about this is a different type of blood stain. This is like he stabbed someone and then pulled it out, because it's not like a whack and you see the blood coming out. This is went through someone's entire body and then he's like and then it's gone out where like the blood has spread. That's a really nice touch. But unfortunately, the accessory that they do have posed with the product shots, it doesn't have any blood stain. I wonder why. I guess they wanted to, you know, mix up with the monotony of blood stains. But yeah, very nice wood grain to it. Nice painting on the silver. Now let's get to the actual figure. Now I just absolutely love Part 4. Part 4 is one of my favorite horror movies in general, slasher movies when it comes to that. But just Friday the 13th. Here is the Jason in all of its glory. Great detail, same articulation, but look at those hands, so gnarly. You know, he got all the dirt and the grime. Did he poop his pants there? Poop his pants down there. A little diarrhea, but that's okay. He's a zombie. This is the Zombified Jason, because look at the mask. It still has that. You take it off. Oh, boy. Look at that. Yikes, dude. Woo-wee. Look at the detail on that. It looks absolutely amazing. See his veins? He looks like a right fucking testicle, dude. Jesus. But look at that. Like, you can even see the glisten in his eye. It's not just like a generic plastic. They actually put a coating over his eye. Very nice, very clean looking figure. Well, not clean, but like very detailed, very nice. And for like $30, like, you can't get any better than NECA. And there is the figure, there's the mask. And it does come with a exchangeable mask. And I believe this mask is post-slammed when he gets like absolutely like wrecked by Corey Feldman in the face. Let's see, let's take it off. And this is a bit hard because there is that gash. And bam, dude, look at that, dude. Will it fit? Let's see. Will it fit? Oh, that's fucking gnarly, dude. It does fit. Now that is some workmanship right there. Most people wouldn't be posing that like this, but given the fact that I have like 5-6 Jason figures, I might. But boom, look at that, dude. Crazy. So yeah, that was the Part 4 figure, one of my favorite Jason Voorhees figures. Now let's go to Part 5. Now, to warn you guys, there was 2 figures that came with Part 5. It was the Roy figure. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Part 5, skip like 2 minutes ahead. But in Part 5, it's not really Jason. It's Roy, the guy, because in the beginning of the movie, that kid with the chocolate bar, he gets wrecked by another guy who's mentally unstable. So he's Jason. There is no Jason. But if you don't remember, there's a scene where Corey Feldman, or not Corey Feldman, but the character, when he's grown up, he had he's having a nightmare of Jason coming back to life. And that nightmare sequence, Jason, is what's up next. Okay, now let's get it. We just finished part 4. Now is part 5, the dream sequence. And I really like this this artwork on the front. Tommy Jarvis in the front, I believe, with the machete. I really like this. I think this is the VHS art or something. But again, keeping with the same theme of Jason with the logo, Neca Real Toys, boom. Let's look at the inside artwork. Very nice. Let's get into the figure. Now the insert of this does pop out. Let's see if I can take it out without wrecking it. And how much you want to bet it's also raining? This is boom, and this will make sense because the scene is actually raining. Here you got the coffin that Jason breaks out of. Very nice, very detailed. You got the worms, you got the rain, you got the dirt. So this one I can justify raining, but really 3 of the inserts are just raining shots. So boom, that's the insert. That's what you'll have like set up for photography and stuff like that. All right, so this one comes with less accessories, but wait for it, because the main accessory here, what I really like is, I don't know why it comes with this, but this is from part 4. Remember when Jason's about to get that final blow, he puts his hand out and then Tommy just whacks it right in between his hands? That's what that is. Unfortunately, the part 4 I got, because before you were able to switch that out with the hand, but unfortunately the re-release of part 4 was a female insert. So these don't fit. The other release was a male insert, so you could just peg it on. You can't do that with the new one, so this is kind of obsolete for me. But it does come with, what is this, like a needle, a turkey baster? I have no idea. But that's what that is. I haven't really watched part 5 that many times to quote these. But here you got just the basic machete. This is one of my least favorite figures out of the bunch. You got a axe, a double-sided axe with very nice looking blood. And I actually do like this. This is another gravestone, or not a stone, but a grave plank made out of wood. I like the little details of adding the rivets to it. You can see the dirt, different colors and stuff like that. Very nice. Jason Voorhees from the Dream sequence. Very nice. And those were the accessories. The reason why it comes with less accessories is because it comes with 4 interchangeable heads. So first head that really intrigued me was this head. I really didn't know what this head was until someone told me, or I think it was a review spot told me that this was from like a VHS, like a UK VHS, like a home video release. And that's what it looks like. You have like 3 straps and stuff. It looks really cool. And yeah, that's one of my favorite masks. Like, that looks pretty cool. And then another mask is your part 4 post stabbed in the face mask. Very distressed, very worn out. But I really don't like the masks. The detail is lesser because this is an older figure, 2015, I believe. So Dream sequence, and you can't see the eyes, which I'm guessing is okay. And then you have a normal wet looking, at least that's what they try to convey, wet looking mask of Jason Voorhees. Well, I actually kind of like the mask that it comes with already on it. And that is the mask with the worms coming out of it. And if you see the sheen, this is supposed to resemble that he's wet. And I just don't really like that look to it. But again, this is basically a re-release of part 4, just with wetness. And it's pretty loose. Same articulation. This is one of my least favorite figures in my collection, to be honest. But it's nice to have all of them as a completionist. But there is still some good detail. Wrinkling in the clothes look very nice. That sheenness, like this does look like it doesn't really look wet. It looks slimy. Like it looks like you just lubed up Jason and you're about to stick him somewhere. I don't know. But again, nice little details to it. But yeah, that's basically part 5. I don't really want to talk that much about it because there's not really that much to talk about. But it is a nice addition, and it's just the least out of my favorites. Now, we talked about part 5. There is part 6, Jason Lives. It's just, I didn't like the look of that Jason. It looked weird. Like, why is his shirt tucked in? Why does he have, like, gardening? Why does he have, first of all, why does he have a utility belt? why does he have gardening gloves on? It's just a whole bunch of weirdness and whackness to it. So I skipped that and got part 7. Now this was a bitch to find because it was released months and months earlier, but the place I pre-ordered it from never came. I don't know why here in Canada we don't really have the options to get NECA figures besides going to a comic book shop, and sometimes they won't have it because they don't really buy in bulk, as opposed to you guys down below in the United States where you guys can find it at Walmarts and Targets and all that stuff. But do what you do, you die what you do. I had to pay $50 for this, but it's okay, it's worth it because look at this artwork. It looks absolutely amazing. But this time someone's waiting. On Friday the 13th, Jason is back. But this time someone's waiting. Friday the 13th, again, sticking with the theme, different layout though. It's on top and then on the bottom. Very nice. I was so hyped for this figure when it was released. The product shots looks absolutely amazing. Boom, look at that. Now let's get into the actual figure because I can't wait to bust this open. I haven't even like taken everything out individually and looked at it because I literally got this like not recently, but like to the point. Yo, I haven't even opened this. I haven't even opened this. That's how new this is. So I opened it from the back, pop out the bottom. Oh, I'm cringing. I already bent it, but it's okay. First off, let's take it all out. Oh my god. I think this one is my absolute favorite. Is it rain? Wow, hey, look. It's not raining in the back. That's very nice. Now, if you guys don't know, this is that scene. Well, this is where that girl drowns her father. That's the backyard. That's where he gets resurrected. Pretty low res compared to the other things, but I think it's supposed to be like out of focus to make the other parts more proponent. But yeah, this is the back insert. Let's take a look at the accessories. I'm so hyped. I haven't even opened this and looked at it myself. Like the tags are still twisted and everything. Okay, wow, that took a long time, but there were so many accessories. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and technically 8 and 9. Let's get started with the the weapons. You got here a sickle, maybe? No, not a sickle, but this weapon of mass destruction, because look at the detail. Look at the wood grain. There's a little bit of blood. I don't think that was intentional, but the way this looks is absolutely amazing. Got that orange bit. Looks sharp. Very nice. And then we got my iconic. What is it? Hedge Clippers. Look, and it moves too. That looks nice. It looks sharp. It looks nice. And you can hold these in his hands, which looks crazy. And let's just look at the detail on you got WD-40 on this. You got the triggers for all this. There's so much meticulous detail in these accessories. This is a sickle. And it just looks absolutely amazing. No blood on it. Waiting for the blood. Here is another axe. I don't know why that slipped my mind. Another axe. Great wood grain. Great silver. There is dried blood on it, so that's very nice. You see that dried blood on there? Then you have a kitchen knife. Very nice little kitchen knife. Then you gotta obviously always have a machete. And this one is my favorite accessory because this is very Kino to the actual movie. And you have here that little spear thing, that little spike. I think this is for tents, right? You spike it down and you connect the thing to it. But this was stuck in the wall. And it's oh my god, look at this. I had a vision of this. And then the psychiatrist sees it, removes it. You're going insane. You need it, blah, blah, blah. But I love that. And it has the blood on it, which is very nice. Because that's when he uses this to stab it in the girl's face. He's screw you guys, I'm going home. And she gets stabbed in the face and then shoved in the corner. Absolutely hilarious. I love part 7. Very nice. It's a bit tilted. A little hot water and a little, not hot water, but a little blow drying. Little tweezing around will help it. Now let's get to let's talk about the exchangeable head, because this one is very nice. So here you have the head first. Look at how gnarly it is. Pure zombification. No ears, no nothing, but look at the detail work on that face. And it comes with, when her name Alice or something, when the mask explodes because of her telekinesis, boom. It doesn't really fit like that. If I play around with it, it'll probably... Oh, I see. Okay, so there's like a peg on the back that sticks in. It can go, wow. So that's really cool. I really love this. Now let's get into the actual figure because I've been hyping this so badly. This is my first time actually seeing the figure with you guys. This is my initial impressions. Before I go deeper, there's also more hands, so if you want that. Let's look at the actual figure, and boom, look at this figure. Wow, look at the detail. It has the chains from part 6. And just look at the zombification detail on that. You can see his hands all gnarly. Oh, dude, look. And this also, this is a soft plastic, so you can move around and actually see the detail on it. You got all the moss and all that nasty stuff. You got the overhang. So obviously the articulation in the bottom is not going to be that well. But there actually is double jointed knees, which is absolutely insane. But because of the like the plastic and all that stuff, you're not going to really make use of it. So that's a bit of a bummer. But look at that exposed spine. It looks absolutely nasty. And because they perfected that little slimy feeling to it, you can just see. Oh, and then looking closer, can you see? Oh, dude, nasty. You can see the rib cage and stuff like that. The arms, just absolutely gnarly. This has to be my favorite figure in my collection of Jason figures. And also, because this is a NECA, this does come removable. And I did show you the other figure, but look at that. Look how crazy. It's a bit of blue that shouldn't belong there, but it's okay. Look at that. And the most continuity in any movie, Friday the 13th movie, is that gash. Even now, it's a little healed over, but look at that. Just absolutely gnarly. This does look like he's been inside of a, what was it, 12? Was it been 10 years? 10 years past? 5 years past? Just sitting at the bottom of a murky lake. Absolutely crazy. My favorite figure. You got the broken mask on the side. Crazy. I absolutely love this figure. One of my favorite movies, one of my favorite Jason Voorhees movies, and one of my favorite figures. Look how nice it is. Boom. Now, finally, let's get into the Jason versus Freddy Jason figure. Okay, wow, I've been filming for a long time, but yeah, this was the first NECA figure I think I got. One of the first. Because I've only been collecting these since 2020. And yeah, Freddy versus Jason. Now, they were supposed to make a full line with this and Freddy, but I don't know why it never came out. But Freddy versus Jason, one of my favorite Jason and Freddy movies. It still holds up there, mostly because of nostalgia. But again, same thing, same theme with the Jason and the logo on the back. Here you got product shots. So let's take a look at this. This is I think my second least favorite figure. But, you know, Freddy vs. Jason was the film that got me into loving slasher movies and the horror franchise in general. This one does come out. Anyways, so yeah, Freddy vs. Jason was the first movie that got me into horror because it was free on YouTube back in 2008. So, yeah, that was back in those days. I always think copyright laws are so harsh on YouTube is because you used to be able to watch full movies on YouTube. I think you still can, but it's just not, you know, Anyways, this is the back insert. Great looking, grainy looking photo of the back. Very early 2000s with that blue overtones. And it'll look nice. But yeah, let's get into the accessories, obviously, because that's how the review spot does it. And I've been watching them since I was a little kid. But yeah, this doesn't really come with many accessories. It does come with interchangeable masks and no interchangeable head. Alright, so taking a look at the honestly quite abysmal accessories. You got two weapons. They're both machetes. One without blood, one with blood. I like how they kept the indenture, though. Yeah, it's okay. Okay blood. It looks a bit too red for my taste. But, yeah. You still got the handle grips. It's a different type of machete, which is weird because I think it comes with a machete, like when he awakes. But, yeah. Those are the what's called weapons. And then you have this little teddy bear, which I honestly don't remember from the movie. I think I have to rewatch it. I'm going to rewatch them today, but, you know, it doesn't really, no articulation on it, doesn't really move, but it's there. I think I need to rewatch it because I do not remember a stuffed teddy bear, but I like how they have the little, you know, things of cotton poking out. That's a nice touch. And then it comes with two interchangeable masks. One of them, which I pose it with, and that is the Clawed, because he does get clawed in the movie by Freddy Krueger. Very nice. And then one based on the final scene where he's all bloodied up. And then finally, the last accessory is this piece of fire. This is from when he goes to that party, that jock party, and they spray him with the beer, and then they light him on fire because they think it's gonna kill him, but it doesn't. It just makes him even more dangerous, and you're able to stick it on top, which is a very nice added touch. I like how they have the hottest points are brighter, and then it, you know, bursts off. But what's weird is that it doesn't come with any other ones. Like, I would have preferred if it came with this and a back piece that you can stick on the back of it, because I know part 2, Freddy Krueger, comes with that accessory, which is a shame that this one doesn't come with it because it would make more sense. So yeah, now let's look at the Jason from Freddy versus Jason. Detail is honestly still on point. There's a lot of detail behind it. Distressing, griminess. There you go. Jason has a blue undershirt for some reason. That's cleaner than his overshirt for some reason. I don't know how that works, but it does look like he's been lying in muck and mud for decades. The joints are a bit loose, so that is a problem. But I don't know why it comes with that sprout of hair for some reason. And this is the worst part of the figure, is when you remove it, what the fuck is this? What is this? This looks absolutely insane. This is not what he looks like. 'Cause I don't think they remove his head. I think when they're doing CPR, they cut away, but they like lift it up slightly, so it's kind of like this. You don't see its entire head. I don't know. I guess maybe they didn't want to repurpose the same head because it's different scales. But this does keep with the look at the eyes. All Lee has lazy eye. I have a lazy eye, so I kind of relate to Freddy, Jason Voorhees. But what's cool is that he has the Frankenstein boots, because Johnny Yen, the director of Crouching Tiger Hydra. But the director, Ronnie, specifically designed Jason to be this imposing 8 feet tall, you know, killer. Because in reality, I think he was like 6 feet tall or something like that. He wasn't that tall, or wasn't that much taller. But, you know, he envisioned this imposing. So it, you know, collates with it, because this is like the biggest figure out of the bunch. If you set them all next to each other, this is massive. This is an 8-inch figure. This is like bigger than my hand. So yeah, that was the Freddy vs. Jason figure, my last figure in my NECA collection. Honestly, if I would rate them, I would say my favorite is part 4, then part 3. No, my favorite is part 7, like not movies, but the figures, is part 7, part 4, part 3, then Jason, and then part 5. Freddy vs. Jason, and part 5. So yeah, those were all of my NECA figures. Thank you so much for taking this little road down memory lane, I guess. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Friday the 13th franchise, and today's Friday the 13th. Thought I might as well celebrate and take a look at all my figures, because I honestly, this is the only time where I get to not play with them, but look at them and display them and stuff like that. So yeah, that was it. Thanks so much for watching the video, man. I am Mace from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please have yourself a good Friday the 13th. Watch some horror movies. Watch some Friday the 13th movies, because honestly, those are one of the most rewatchable films ever made. You can watch them a billion times. They never get old. They're always good, fun, cheesy goodness, slasher 80s goodness. Just stop at 7, though. Stop at 7. I mean, I guess you can watch Freddy vs. Jason. That's a decent movie, too. But, you know, Takes Manhattan, Goes to Hell, and X are just... they're just not worth it. But anyways, that was it. I'm Mitch from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning. Whenever you watch this, please leave a like. If you like NECA figures, I think I'll start doing more NECA figures, because I have now an actual place to do it. But if you like NECA figures, 4K Blu-rays, I have an entire playlist of me talking about my NECA figures. I don't have that many videos up there, but I'm going to, chip away at it. So thanks so much. See you later. Leave a like and subscribe if you like physical media and action figures. I'll see you guys next time, another episode of the Mockbuster. Peace out, jabronis. See you later.